Can you hear me?
See.
Awesome. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I think, let me see who's in here. Okay. Samia is over with her kids, so we're like trying to get them all set up.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. We got to this bounce house and none of the kids seem to like it. So I was thinking nobody's into it. Hi.
Hi. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank Oprah.
You. Oprah. Dude, I mean, what? Like, that's incredible.
I know.
What is my
incredible?
Life? Insane.
Super thankful.
It's so amazing. Hi.
Figure out how we're going to include that like in a funnel and really market it.
I agree. That caption picture looks like you purchased it like that, like from Michael's.
I know, right?
It looks fake. Like he was a model, like for an advertisement.
Look, the 19-year-old.
Oh my God.
I know that's
that really does.
That's Rob's oldest.
Oh,
he's so sweet. He's also 20. You know, he's like a 20-year-old. Yeah.
Adults.
Okay, I sent out the text. I'm wondering if I should just fire up the girl and we should just bring this outside for now. We can
let's do it.
So we can feed the kids.
We're gonna multitask. Yeah, trying to get like 7 kids.
Yeah.
Go wherever they're happiest. You know.
I had a doctor's appointment with Cashton today.
How'd it go?
Good. He's all healthy. So
Good.
Gained weight. So we're happy.
Yay! See, good. I'm so happy for you.
See the bounce house? We thought it was going to be like. We thought kids were going to love it. Look, it's. Anyways, tell me about you. Tell me where you're at while we wait for people to join.
I am just sharing about the I'm going to start doing Wednesday, like a midweek mama reset.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to do like that free Zoom, like you said, and this way I can get people, just interested or, figuring out what it is that I actually do.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I'm actually just going to start messaging moms because like you and I talked about, I'm not being salesy and, like this is something that I know and believe like all moms need.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do that because
you're not being salesy because hi Jody. Hi Christy, by the way. You're not being salesy because you know that there's a need and you know that you need to fill that need and it's being filled by a service that doesn't currently exist because if it had, you'd be using it. So you need to get your name out there in a way that's like personable and different because your social media is important and all of that, but your coaching, I think that that's really critically important. And I would just invite them to the challenge, like to become her 90. Really, we got this like influx of information of like people interested because it was something that was different. So I would make sure like even maybe consider doing some kind of like a challenge.
I thought about doing a gratitude challenge with the journal. Because gratitude is such a huge part of our lives. And if you're not being grateful for even like the littlest things, you know what I mean? I've definitely thought about doing that too.
There was an error in the meeting link message. Okay. Meaning the link didn't work. Sorry.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, Toni.
The link from the last email that you sent did not work, but when I went 2 emails back, I got in. So it's hi everybody. So for some reason the very last email you sent that I tried first, it wasn't opening Zoom up for me. So then I tried the next email down and that one worked.
Yeah, and my first one worked, so I got on no problem.
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, let me. The first one did not, so I'm just trying to figure out because I send them from 3 different locations. I'm just trying to figure out which one was incorrect. Did the text message link not work?
It's the text message link. I think the email probably worked fine. It's the text message, the last text message link that or the one that went out for today isn't working.
Okay. Perfect. Hi, Alexia. Hi,
Hi.
Jody. Hi, Amy. Hi, Christy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Carissa. Okay, I am going to send out that text message. Everybody go around and say the mom win. And excuse me for being outside. I am going to be grilling for the kids as we do this. Samia is here. And we thought the kids would be occupied in the bounce house, and they are not. So we had this whole like content plan. So, but I am here. I want to hear mom wins right now, please. Because I know everybody's been launching.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The prompts that I made for the jar, like the curious jar, my kids have been loving, and I've been having so much fun doing them with them. And I started sharing it more out, and it's getting good feedback. So that's exciting.
That's amazing. I'm so glad. That's way awesome. How many emails have you gotten?
I need to check. I need to get in the habit of checking more.
And have you gotten any sales?
No, I don't think so. Not since I checked yesterday.
Yeah.
I've gotten one sale.
Good. Okay, that's good though. That's really good. That means that what we should do is we should focus on how you're pitching it. And I do think that, like what Amy was saying, having some kind of a challenge is helpful, some kind of engagement with your community, because you've been working on getting that niche demographic. I would definitely consider doing some kind of like a challenge of like, hey, do these with me and join this 30-day challenge, and you would just daily talk about it in your stories. That kind of helps with content as well, because you know what you're going to be talking about. Does that make sense?
I love that idea. I was thinking of doing it for like they can do hashtag simple joyful learning, and that they can get their kids involved. So it'll be like a creativity challenge for them and their kids to do.
Yes. Okay. That's amazing. I love that. Okay. Next win.
I sold 2 journals.
So you did?
Yes. So I'm at.
Go Amy.
Thank you. So I'm at 10, and I'm really like, I'm excited. It's just like, it's happening. And I just keep reminding myself of that like, this is slow. And on those days where I'm spiraling, it's okay. Like,
it is okay.
Yeah.
It is absolutely.
So I'm really excited.
Yes, I don't want you to spiral. I want you to remember that like what you've done so far is really, really good. And you need to like stay within that gratitude. And I think you're doing a good job at that. And I think that one thing that would be really, really effective, sign and continue, is the challenge. I think that that's a great idea, and getting people engaged. And then remember that Gary Vee suggestion. I'm going to do that today or tomorrow. I did that once and I got a huge response to it. It's like videotaping yourself, basically, of inviting them to whatever activity that you're trying to do or product you're trying to sell. And you explain like, hey, maybe this isn't for you. Like, you're in my contacts because you are like a VIP, or you're my friend, or I know you. And maybe this service doesn't apply to you, but maybe you know somebody. And I would be so grateful to you if you could, like, this is my one ask, if you could share this, and here's my link. Something to that, like that, where it comes from a very thoughtful, authentic place, not outwardly thing. And I created this because it was something that I needed myself in my life as my mom. This is what it's done for me. And this is how I think it will help you or somebody that you know. And I would be forever grateful. Like, literally just ask, and you'll be surprised at the responses.
Yeah. And that's what I've shared this before, I feel like I have MLM trauma, which is like so aggressive to say, but with that, hi, I'm using this, whatever it is, and you just feel so gross. And now it's like, no, I'm a special needs mom. I know that, like, Because even one of my best friends, she was like, wait, you did a journal? And she's like, I didn't even know. And she's my best friend and has me like as one of her favorites on Instagram. And she didn't even know. So like it was a reminder to just reach out. It's good, wholesome things that we're all doing. And like Chelsea just said, people want to be a part of our lives, especially when we have such beautiful things that we're sharing. So I did think that was a really great reminder.
Yeah, I think it's important to just have like brave communication.
Yeah.
Like, I just think you should not shrink back. You have a lot to give. You have a lot that you've walked through and that you've overcome. And you have like a specific skill set that I think would add to a lot of moms, like to their life and to give them encouragement and ideas and really just like inspiration. So the MLM thing, I totally hear you. Like has such a bad taste in so many people's mouths, but like, this is not that.
Right.
This is like an educational platform where experts are sharing their expertise and creating that into whether it's like a digital download or an online e-course or whatever that looks like. So really it's like you're basically selling information where they could potentially learn it on their own, but if they buy it from you, they learn it a lot quicker. Like the whole point of this is so that people don't have to experience the pain that you did. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes,
like,
that
hey,
makes
this is what
so
I've
much
learned.
sense.
Don't go down that path. Do this instead. And this is why. Like, that's why people pay experts and consultants and lawyers. It's for their knowledge.
Right. Yeah,
So
you're so right.
You need to view yourself and sort of shift the mindset into you're an expert in this area and you're an educator in this area. And that's what you're doing. And people can buy what you are teaching or not.
Right.
Like it's not going to be for everybody, but for those who it is for, they're going to love it.
Exactly.
And it's really
you're so right, Samia. And especially with Abundant Academy, like
I definitely think you should position yourself as an educator. 100%.
Okay. Yeah. It's just, getting past that mindset, and it's such a tricky thing, but it'll be okay.
I'm proud of you for doing this though. And I like that midweek refill thing. We're set up by a laptop that now has to be attached to power. So it's like sorry, there's a lot happening behind the scenes.
You're making it work. You wouldn't know if you didn't.
But we are showing up.
Just like we're all moms.
I know.
And we have no idea if you didn't tell us.
I know. I can't not. I am such like a just.
Same. That's like yesterday. Real quick, and then we can go. I shared about the whole dishwasher thing. Like I was in that ADHD literal spiral, and I was like, I'm not emptying the dishwasher. I'm just gonna put the dirty dishes in with the clean ones and wash them again. Because
right. Exactly. But at least you got that load done.
Yeah. I like letting everybody know my quirks and craziness.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Okay.
Cora's up. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Shanna. Hi, Sin. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Toni. I said hi to you. Hi. I'm so happy that everybody's in. Hey, Pamela, your conversion is at a 10%, by the way. So standard is 2%, and I can see her conversion. So what I want you guys to look at when you're looking at your sales, Ashley is actually a white glove client now, which is really cool. Pamela has some new products that'll be coming out. But I can't see your insights. So if you are a business in a box member or an abundant money client, which I'm so happy that you are, or even a coaching client, what I want you to start looking at is your conversions. So that means traffic to your sales page and how many of those turned into the actual purchase of your product that converted. And I want you to look at that every day. And then I want you to also look at and treat your freebie conversion as something as well. So how many emails did you get? I want you to remember that also. And what that's going to do is that's going to tell you how your traffic is responding. Even if it's a freebie, you're like, okay, I got those emails. Especially when you're first starting out, you want to look at that almost as a sale. Like, okay, how many emails did I get today? How many emails did I get today? Because you'll get to a place when you're like us, where we're getting 100, 200, 300 emails a day. based on the right strategy, which just means they're going into your email funnel. And so you can be talking to them all of the time. You can be including them when you have a new bump product, when you have new things coming out. You can start challenges. Those types of things are very effective and helpful. You know what I mean? And exciting. So when you're looking at how am I doing every day, I want you to be looking at your conversions. I want you to be looking at the emails that you get, just making sure that you are seeing those wins and stacking those wins. And then also reminding yourself like, hey, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when we had talked about social media strategies at the very beginning, your journal's at a 34% conversion. Amy, that's amazing. That's so great. That's incredible. Conversion for emails?
It says, sorry, because now I don't even know. It was like the store, here, it says for the views, it's 17, and for the orders, it's 12.
Okay, that's
So
great.
does that make sense? Or should I, well, maybe we can look at another thing. I don't know.
That's amazing. That's really, really good.
So it's not a lot of views, but I guess, right? Does it matter about that?
You want to look at views. You want to make sure that you're getting traffic, but because these people, that means that they're giving you their email. And so how many journals have you sold, would you say?
I think it is 12.
12.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, 12.
See, I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. So you need to like sit with that and understand that. Now, if you have the time, and this is a strategy that we're going to start deploying ourselves, is literally going to be hand cranking out for every like that I have. So you should have a mini chat or an automation connected. Thank you. Ashton, can you get down from there, please? So you should have your we're rolling with it. We should have our automations connected to where when people comment, they go to your messages, right? And you send them the link. That's how I like my automations to flow. Then you can also set a mini chat to follow up. If they've clicked the link but they haven't purchased or haven't converted, you can have that follow up, which is really important. There's also another function in mini chat that you can have that we've deployed with the Become Her 90 challenge, and we've really liked it. We've also started incorporating that in Abundant Money as well, and we are going to be deploying it with Pamela's soon, and all of our white gloves. They comment a word, then you put that contact into a sequence, and so every day, or you can do a smart delay, and you can have a message sent to your contact in Instagram in the DMs every couple of days. So you're keeping that communication in Instagram, because what I've noticed is a lot of moms don't live in their emails. They live in social media. So being able to stay in that social media inbox and in talking to them in a non-spammy way while giving value, like a challenge or whatever, and having that automated, it takes some time to build out. I'm trying to build out sequences that I can just share with you as templates. But when they're built out, it happens automatically, and that contact gets aligned with it. So I don't know if you guys have gotten a lot of my automations, I'm sure that you have, but when it comes to the Behind Her 90, where I'm like sending you, hey, don't forget to stay hydrated. Hey, check in on yourself. And I put in upsells in there every like 3 times I touch base with them, as opposed to every single time. So it's value, value, value. Here's a sale. Value, value, value. Here's a sale. And it's starting to work. We've gotten some more coaching clients. It's working. We've sold some of our digital products through there. So I definitely would love for you guys to consider that. I don't know if StanStore has that option in automations, but I know ManyChat does. Oh, I'm glad that the pep talk helped. You don't check your emails. That's why you struggled so much with the email push. Yeah. You need to just get past it. Like, not everybody is like you. You need to start thinking like a business owner and not like a human being. You need business owners are human beings. I'm sorry, but you need to start thinking about how best are you going to service and communicate your message to your clients, and your clients receive. Like, so for example, if you are an educator, you understand that some people are audio, some people are visual, some people learn in different ways, just like customers will be responsive in different ways. So you want to be communicating with them in all of those ways, right? But you want to do it effectively. So in social media, while I want you guys to focus now on some mini chat sequences, I'm still testing a couple of things, but I think I can share them with you. I'm trying to do that. I'm hoping to get that done by next week. But emails is important. Even if you don't check them, some of your clients might. So it's important. I guess that's my point. It's important for scaling. Yes, Amy, ManyChat is great. Okay. Are there any questions before we dive in? I did want to talk about creating, since we have the expert next to us, I did want to talk about creating generational wealth and legacy and having a broader vision when it comes to your business and focus, because we've talked a lot about niche products. We've talked a lot about identifying your target audience. We've talked a lot about connecting with them, and all of that is extremely important. But when it comes to having some kind of like a lull and a why in your business, like I talked about on Tuesday when I had really, really high highs, but I also had really, really low lows last week. You have to remember what your why is as an entrepreneur and have a bigger vision. So like our grander vision at Abundant is we want to launch 100 mom-owned businesses this year. We just want those launched and out there. We want our moms creating businesses and cash flowing. That's our big why. We also, on a personal level, want to get to a place to where we're cash flowing to a degree that we can take that money and then invest in an affordable housing project for single moms that can live there. That's been like my whole big thing. But we have broader visions of what we want to do. So we want to make the money here and create impact and change, but we have longer term goals as well for like the next 5 to 10 years. And that is our why when we as partners are communicating about, hey, what's our capacity? What can we take on? What can we scale? We had a hard day. We had this. And we're talking about that. We always can come back to what is our why? What is our long-term goal? And how are we going to get there? So I want to talk to Samia about creating legacy and the practical steps to get there, but she's making lunch right now because we have 7 children. We thought this was going to be a lot easier than it is. It is not. I don't think that this is going to be something we're going to do in the future. So that was my tangent for now, right? Oh, good. I'm glad that you like that. I know, Toni, right? We do need a teenager. We have a Casey, but for some reason, the children just want to be right here, huh? Say hi. Okay. Does anybody have any specific questions right now? Brave communication. I like that. That's great. I'm looking here.
You know what, Amy, this is the first time I'm seeing your profile, and I just want to say that I'm so proud of you. I have a son that was born with a huge port wine stain. He's had nearly 20 surgeries. He just went blind in his left eye. And it's such a weight to carry as a working parent, mom, or not even not working. It doesn't matter. Just as a mom, it's so hard. So I just went through your site and I just love what you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you're amazing.
Thank you.
We should definitely connect and see. We should first definitely get you both on a podcast. I think would be really cool, a really cool collaboration as moms, and that way you can talk about your journeys. But your two businesses do have some overlap that it might be an interesting way to potentially collaborate in some capacity, or at least learn from each other. It would be a good conversation. So Jody, and her husband founded Ambassadors of Compassion, and you guys should definitely take a look at that. look at their website because they are doing some really incredible things for teenagers and mental health and forgiveness and all of that. Like, it's very incredible. For any indication, we've had multiple meetings with them now, and every time we've almost cried or have cried just because of how much impact they truly are having in people's lives. So I do think that there would be some crazy overlap between Amy and Joni, don't you think?
I love that. Yeah. I'll reach out, Jody.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So during the chaos and craziness, how are we on hot dogs? Are they good?
She's on it.
She's on it. Okay.
We're trying to feed
Because okay. And then we thought this was going to be easy. We're like, this is going to be no problem. It's going to be so cute. We're going to be in person.
It is easy.
Like,
you guys are doing it.
Ever. It's going to be so great.
Can I confess a wild story? When I had littles and I was on major conference calls leading these big pro sport teams and I mean, just like, heavyweight conference calls. This is before Zoom. And I threw frozen peas on the floor, and my little babies, it would take them forever to like pick them up off the floor. I only did that a couple times when I was totally desperate. And one time my husband walked in, and he's like, "What are we raising a dog?"
Like, here, please. I can see you, but I don't want to hear you. Please. What can I throw at you to be on that side of the room?
I know.
Honestly, you guys hear what's happening in front of me? This is why I'm yelling. You can't hear it, can you?
Not really.
Oh, good. That's
bit.
good for you.
I feel like I have a filter already, so I'm just filtering through.
Okay. That is absolutely genius. Scatter and fetch. That's hilarious. Cheerios. Okay. So what I would like to ask Samia is, when we're talking about does that sound like a good topic for you guys for right now? Coming up with like your larger why? Yes, Christy. Okay. And then we can spend the last 15 minutes on like practical application of this, but I do want you guys to remember when you do have your hard days, because I know a few of you have said that as well. Like, you've had some rough goes of it. You needed pep talks, and that's just the nature of entrepreneurship. It just happens. And Samia can tell us the story of being an Oprah and how she got there and having those back downs. But I guess the broader vision of what is your why was helpful. So I was sharing with them that like our ultimate goal is creating that affordable housing for moms, for single moms, and being able to help them. So to be able to get this to cash flow. So on what is an existing social impact business, to be able to grow that into something even bigger of legacy is huge. Yes. So Samia has her entire course on creating generational wealth and legacy building. So I want you to talk about creating your why, identifying that, not losing faith. Maybe you can give an example of your, and I'm going to try to get the kids. Yeah. We thought it was going to be cute together. We were going to get like these cute, like, hey guys, we're in person. We thought it was going to be fun. That is not.
Except there's like 5 kids here. So there's that. We're just doing the juggle, making sure they're fed. So she wanted me to share about my, thank you, Cashin. This is her 2-year-old son. Yes, Noah. So she wanted me to share about Lino Cosmetics. It is a cosmetics skincare line that my husband and I launched last year. My husband and I have been together for 12 years. He's Italian. His family's from New York. Where else are Italians from, right? And they were in the salon and beauty business for like years and years. And they moved down to Florida, which is where I met him, was in Florida, which is where I am now. And they did salon and day spas in Florida. So when I met him, he owned a salon and day spa with like 30 employees. There was like 100 people a day coming through that thing. He's since sold it, but the product that he carried was Aveda, because he really, at the time, to the best of his ability, wanted more of like a clean line per se, just because like the formaldehydes and everything and all those dyes, it's actually really not good for the hairstylist because they're like breathing in it all day. So he was like trying to keep things that would be better for them and the client. So anyway, when we met, I, at the time, owned a women's clothing store. So I was in fashion, he was in beauty. And in 2020, we both sold, it was actually like 2019 before COVID, which is another wild story that we like somehow got out of our businesses before COVID, which is crazy. But anyhow, and we always talked about, we really should like make and do our own line, like and sell it and get it into distribution into retailers or hotels or like whatever that looks like. So we finally did. You know how that goes. You talk about doing things and then like 10 years later, like, remember we talked about doing that thing a decade ago? We should like maybe do that now. So that's kind of what happened. So we found a chemist and a manufacturing facility, which is in the USA. No cheese. Skip the cheese. She just like put 7 cheeses in front of me. So everything is like formulated. It's FDA. It's the Federal Drug Administration. Because we put sunscreen in our product, it's considered an over-the-counter. So we had to get FDA stability testing done. It's like a whole thing. So all that to say, we launched it in February, like the products, and we launched it on social media with Meta. So the majority of our sales at the beginning were like Facebook, Instagram, and we also, of course, because you have to be on Amazon. Amazon is like a whole nother conversation because they take a lot to be on their platform, but you have to be there because people just Amazon it. So we're not an Amazon brand in that sense. Like there are a lot of companies that kind of just become Amazon brands because with Amazon, you don't get emails. You have no idea who's buying your product. It's all through the Amazon system. You're just seeing the addresses and it's being shipped out. So anyway, so I have experience in the sense of like running ads on Meta, and skincare is a very, very, very saturated market. Like and there's also some really heavy hitters and big players. So I joke around, I'm like, we're kind of like David, and like the beauty industry is like Goliath. Like it's just this massive conglomerate of these huge companies vying for people's wallet share. But a lot of them are using synthetics, chemicals, things that are hormone disrupting because they're cheap, like super cheap ingredients. So like our product is an all-in-one and it's all mineral-based and clean ingredients. So I use zinc oxide in it to have the sun protection. Zinc is just simply a mineral. A lot of sunscreens just use chemicals, which honestly end up causing like skin cancer, which is like the dumbest thing ever because that's what it's supposed to be avoiding. But our whole goal was like clean, non-toxic quality because I honestly couldn't find it in the market, truly. Or if I did, it was like $300. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So that is where kind of the heart and the why was of our brand, is just really a clean product that would do multiple steps because it replaces 5 products. Our all-in-one is a vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. It has niacinamide, which like gets rid of fine lines. So it's anti-aging and sun protection and a moisturizer and a makeup primer. It's like everything. It was basically everything I was doing in the morning, and I put it in one bottle. So we realized once we started running the Meta ads that working, like when you run your ad, you can choose your target audience. I don't know if any of you have like done Meta ads. I'm sure some of you have. You can choose your audience. You can like scale it down to like the age. You could do like 25 to 35, 25 to 65. Like you can pick the age range. You can pick the state, the zip code, what their interests are, what they do for a living. So we created one ad set that was like moms who like work. And it hit the hardest and it sold the most. Like it was converting the best. It was like busy moms, they have kids, they're working, they don't have time for 7 steps in the morning, and they want good skincare, but they don't want to be spending like hundreds of dollars every month. And we just kept honing it. And it ended up being like that 35 to 65, not even 25. It was like window. So that's the thing with Meta is like, it's almost like beta testing. Because I was like, oh, the people who are like playing pickleball and tennis are going to like totally love this. And it was like the moms who wanted it. Because you can, I was thinking it would be more like an athletic thing. People that are outside all the time. So anyhow, I started sending my product out to like beauty editors, which by the way, these people get like hundreds of products every month. It's like Christmas every day in their mailroom at the bottom of their corporate building. So Oprah daily does her favorite things list, which is what I was thinking. I'm like, man, this would be so cool to get on her favorites things list, like Oprah. So I send a bottle to the corporate headquarters and I address it to her creative director, which is Adam Glassman. He's this like adorable gay man. He's Jewish. He's worked for her for like 20 years. He pretty much runs Oprah Daily and he curates her favorites, things list, and everything else. So I send it to him and I call the office building. I get a hold of his assistant because obviously he's not answering the phone. And I just was like, hey, I sent this bottle to Adam. Can you make sure he gets it? Because a lot of times it just stays in the mailroom or it gets given to interns. Like, can you please make sure it gets to his desk? And she's like, let me check. She's like, oh yeah, it's in the mailroom. I'm like, I know it's in the mailroom. Like, please go get it. So I like email her, I follow up and she writes me back. She's like, I got it to Adam's desk. I'm like, thank you. Her name was Holly. I'm like, thank you, 22-year-old Holly answering the phone. So I looked her up on LinkedIn. This girl was like fresh out of college. And anyway, I never hear anything because I'm like, there's a whole panel. They have dermatologists, all this stuff. So I follow him. This is where it gets better. This is probably what Chelsea wanted me to talk about. I follow Adam on Instagram from, not personal, from Lino Cosmetics, like from the brand. And he's like posting stories and I start engaging. I'm liking the stories. I'm messaging and I can see on the DM, it's red. I'm like, oh, he reads his messages. Nobody, they're like, he's managing his own social. So he's like posting stuff. He posted something cute about his mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And I did like the little Jewish star symbol. I'm like relating. I know this guy's Jewish. Like I'm totally playing up all the things. He posted some story about him, his boyfriend. I'm like, you guys are so cute. Like, I'm just like being sweet and supportive and like, whatever. Like, hey, I'm fangirling. And then he writes me and he goes, got your product. I like it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I like screenshot the direct message. I send it to my husband. I'm like, Adam wrote me back. And you can see all of my hearts and messages. I'm just getting ghosted. There's like 10 of them of me commenting in all his stories. I just don't give up. I'm just like, whatever. And then it's like, he writes me back. Tried your product. I like it. And I was like, so you're saying there's a chance? And I was like, what do I write back? What do I write back? I'm like in ChatGPT. I'm like, the creative director of Oprah just wrote me on Instagram and I need to write it back. And I don't want to sound like a crazy person, but I want to be like, this is why I created the brand. And here's my story. You should totally include it in one of your awards. I'm like, please make me sound not crazy. So like, like totally having a moment. So like chat creates this thing. And then I'm like, make it friendlier, make it funny, like make it engaging, make it personable. And I send it. And in there, I was like, I would love to have a partnership with Oprah Daily in some way. So like, he just hearts it. I'm like, but you read it. Mm-hmm. So next thing I know, like 2 months later, maybe I have to look, but it's like, wasn't right away. He writes me, he goes, I need your email. And I'm like, he needs my email. So I send him the Lino email, which is like what all of us, like my team and everybody works from, it's just team@linocosmetics.com. I keep everything like business, like nothing personal. And I want to say within days, Lino Cosmetics gets an email from Kate, the beauty director of Oprah Daily, and says, hi, I have good news. You're being considered for the Sun Awards as Oprah Daily's pick for the sunscreen category. We are planning on including you to win the serum. Like you want, like basically like you have won the serum category. There's like a category for tinted. There's a category for like spray. There's a category for, there's one that like makes you tan. Anyway, they had a serum category because my product is literally like a serum. So I just froze, like I couldn't breathe. And my husband actually, because he's obviously helped a lot with the company, he was in the other room, like checking the email on his phone. And I just hear him from the other room. He's like, babe. And I'm like, I'm reading it. So I write back and I just was like, we're so honored to be considered. Like, when is this being announced? Because my brain, I'm thinking Oprah's favorite list, but they're like, we're going to use you for the Sun Awards, which is even better because it's my category. I'm like, that wasn't even like on my radar. And it's way sooner. The Sun Awards is in May. Her favorite things list it comes out like every like December. And also there's like 100 things on the list. It's just like this never ending list of like every category in your house that you could possibly think of. So this obviously was better and more specific. So they're like, we're coming out May 28th. I got this email on May 15th. It's going to be announced May 28th. We'll confirm with you like close to the date. They confirmed with me at 9 a.m. on May 28th. I was going to throw up every day from May 15th to May 28th. I couldn't tell anybody. I was like, they're considering us. I'm freaking out. But then I was like, well, I'm sure like we'll be in the wheelhouse for the next one. I'm like talking myself off the ledge every day. And literally all I did was send my product to the main person, engage with them on social media, and follow up with their assistant to make sure they got it. And
I'd be freaking out.
And then I get an email and it's like, it's live. You won. Congratulations. Here's the link. We're going to be talking about it on social. We're going to be talking about it on Good Morning America. We're going to be talking about it on the website, and it'll be on the website forever. Like it's the 2025 Sun Awards of Oprah Daily. Like people are going to Google you. It's going to be on the first page that Lino Cosmetics is Oprah Daily Sun Award. I'm like this small startup brand. So I was just like, I don't even know how to, only God is all I have to say. It's just only God. I didn't know anybody. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have any crazy connections. I just have a really good product that works. And the thing with Oprah is, yes, we totally have seen sales increase in the last week, specifically on Amazon, because she links my website and my Amazon on Oprah Daily. Like this is where you can find it. And she doesn't make any money. It just links straight to my Amazon and straight to my website. I've seen an increase in follows on Instagram. But the main thing this kind of thing does, it's just clout, which will help me hopefully get into like distribution into Ulta or into like Whole Foods or like whatever. Like that's the goal. Yes, I'm direct to consumer, but my goal is like distribution. So I've totally had days where I'm like, before this, obviously, like I have owned businesses. I've been an entrepreneur. I have my real estate license. I do real estate. Like I do a lot of things, and I definitely have bad days. I definitely have days where I'm like, am I just going to be like liquidating all of this and selling it to like TJ Maxx? Like, what am I even doing? Like we've got like Hailey Bieber out there with her skincare line, Kylie Cosmetics, like Selena Gomez, Jennifer, whatever. Lopez, J-Lo, like every celebrity is trying to capitalize on their name and make money so that you can support their mansions and drivers and private jets. Like that's all that does. So I am just like, I want a product that works, and I want to be able to fund adoptions. Like I want it from the profits of Lino selling. My heart actually is to help families adopt, because it's like $50,000 to $60,000 for a family to adopt. And for every 150 children that need to be adopted, there's only one family who can afford it.
I didn't know that. I did not know that about.
Their adoption is like really, really, really a tough thing, especially like stateside. And there's really good agencies that do it. And it's basically $25,000 to the adoption agency for all the paperwork and legal. And it's $25,000 to the mom who's carrying the baby. And at the end, she can say no. And you take that risk. She can change her mind after she gives birth, which like 90% of the time doesn't happen, but the 10% it does. So anyway, I want to be able to like give out grants, like $10,000 grants to like help families. I just have a heart for that. And I think these kids should not end up in the foster care program, and they should have a chance at life. So that's kind of like adoption is, I personally don't have adopted kids. I have 2 kids, and like, I'm super done. Like the shop's closed, but I have a heart for it, like for other families. And I've just seen what it does for these children's lives. And I personally volunteer locally here in Florida for this thing called Place of Hope. And it's a foster care agency, and they foster kids. And I help, they do like a fundraiser every year. And I just help with the fundraiser I think they have like 12 houses, and all the kids are fostered, and they go to school, and they lead a normal life. And they have like foster parents that live in the house with them. I just have a heart for all that stuff. And so that's kind of like my give back in the sense of Lino, like once it gets to a point where I'm able to do that. But just so you girls know, like every dollar that Lino makes, I just reinvest it. Like I haven't taken any money. Like all the money it makes, it gets reinvested. I do meta ads. I pay my social girls that are doing stuff for me, making videos. I have a company I hired that's like trying to get me into retailers. It's like basically like an attorney broker. Anyway, it's like, that's what it's like. Your first year of business, it's a lot of reinvesting. But the really amazing thing about the digital products is just cash flow. Like you just have to keep creating. Like you don't have to buy product. You don't have to have inventory. Like that's what's so beautiful about Abundant, is teaching you like you don't need that much upfront money, which is amazing. But that is my crazy like favor of God Oprah story that makes absolutely no sense. But it's just the beginning, because I really do think it'll get me into some doors. There's a couple of companies right now that have requested samples. So just be praying. Be praying. We'll keep you posted. And now you're all like, oh my gosh, we have to try this product. I need to like give a discount code so you girls don't have to pay shipping or anything if you want to try it. I don't even have any. Like I keep them at a third-party distribution center. And as orders come through, that center like sticks a label on it, packs it, and ships it for me. Kind of like when you buy stuff at Amazon, it's coming from like a distribution center. That's where all my product is stored. So I have to literally drive there to get product or ship it to myself. That's the only downside, but I also like don't have space to store 10,000 bottles of an all-in-one serum. So there's that too. So I've walked through a lot of things where if anybody ever like wanted to bring a product to market, I can really help with that, from third-party logistics to Shopify to Meta, but also I understand that I do have an affiliate program where I give the influencer 15% and their audience gets 10% off and free shipping. So it shaves like 30% off from the top at the end for me as a brand. And I can just send somebody an affiliate link. It's all through Shopify. Shopify tracks the sales and automatically deposits the money into the influencer's account. It's so cool. And it's like super streamlined. Like that's one of the reasons I love Shopify, is because you can find ambassadors to represent you. And I also do that on TikTok. I'm set up on TikTok for influencers to sell it and get a commission through TikTok. So like I have all of that set up, an affiliate, I guess, ambassador program for anyone. I ship the product to them for free and then they just like talk about it. The thing about it is though, like with skincare, you have to talk about it in your stories like at least twice a week, like getting ready in the morning, like making it a part of your brand and your lifestyle for it to stick, or it doesn't convert. Like if it's a one-time thing, it's not enough. Like it has to be a continual thing. It has to almost become part of your brand. Because on TikTok, I had 80 influencers post shop. Like if you put Lino Cosmetics in the TikTok search box, you will see a plethora of shoppable review videos of my product. They all talked about it. They all posted about it. I got a ton of free content. It was basically just like trade for product. And the conversion rate was low because they all just like posted once. There was one girl that posted 4 times and she sold the most. She just kept posting about it because I was like, clearly she knows. So that's the thing is, yeah, people have to see it a bunch of times and believe that it works. But if they know you and you're a micro influencer and they trust you, it actually converts better than these huge people with 1 million followings, because they're just like, oh, they're doing an ad. They're getting paid, which technically they are because they're making commission off of it. But like, that's how it works these days. Like nobody's watching TV. Nobody's watching commercials on TV. Everybody's on social media. That's like where they're getting all their information.
Well, and just like you said, it needs to become a part of your natural content.
Yeah, it has to just become part of the content. It's the only way it's going to work.
So Samia and I, and Alexia and Amanda, but we came up with like a very stringent due diligence process on working with an affiliate program because they're everywhere. Yeah. So that's why we chose very specific hero products to work with Abundant. So like All In Nutritionals, we all know and love. That's like, that is an affiliate program. Abundant, like we created our own affiliate program purposefully because we believe in our very own product. Lino, because we know that it's very good, clearly, just like Oprah does, which is insane.
Everyone's like, you need a celebrity.
My new nickname for Samia is Oprah.
She literally calls me Oprah now. It's hysterical. She's like, hey, Oprah.
But we had, and then Kai and Cash, which I've like stopped focusing on. I'm redoing my website, but I've stopped focusing on that, and I need to focus on it again. Click back in. But that's why we are very specific on the affiliate programs that we use, because we know it can be a part of our content, because we work, live, eat, and breathe it. I use All In Nutritionals. She laughs. She's like, you have All In Nutritionals in your kitchen.
She has like a whole platter of it.
I use it every day. So when I'm on it, see, even I'm not good at it. When I'm on it and I'm recording it and I'm like actually focused on it, I use it and I have it as a part of my thing. So when you ask about affiliate programs and that being a part of your content or useful, it is. but you have to remember that it needs to be an organic part of your content where people are like engaged and interested in it, just like it is when you're talking about your own digital product or anything like that. So like for Toni, I would say like you getting for All In Nutritionals would be like the multivitamin for kids, the Grow Strong Kids, and making a smoothie and talking about it with your kids, right? Like to sell Lino, you would need to be getting ready in the morning. Like you've done a couple of them, like not from your bathroom, but you could. Amanda does it from her bathroom. She makes really cute reels like that. But you could be like, you can do a live saying, get ready with me, and you use the Lino product as you're getting ready. Especially if you have beautiful skin, which all of you do. Like you can do something like that, and it's a way to get content out there. It's a way to stay on top of people's feeds, and then you just know that you're like selling that product. You link it. And it's a way to, so if you can keep it a part of your content strategy, then affiliate programs work. If you don't, they won't work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, just get ready with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, all these moms who follow you, they all have a morning routine. So all you're doing is relating to them when you're getting ready. It's like a relatability factor.
And
that's
the
all
fact
that
that
is.
she's been in Oprah is a great opening. Like, hey, I saw this
Oprah
thing
Sun
in Oprah,
Award
and,
winner.
oh, by the way, the
I know
founder
her.
and owner coaches me on Abundant Academy.
Which is kind of crazy.
I talked to her.
So I'm pretty much by association BFF with
company,
Oprah.
by the way.
Yeah, and it's like one.
Oh, sorry, Samia. Real quick.
Yes.
Amy was curious if there's a probiotic for kids.
There. So, yes, Shanna Pope. That's right. Gut Revival is great. For kids, I love that Gut Revival. Their multivitamin is I can't remember the word right now. So most kid multivitamins, like if you look at like the Flintstones, the way that they've been processed through their manufacturer is like with like beetle guts and stuff. Like it's terrible. So it's a methylated kids vitamin that actually absorbs and doesn't have added chemicals. So that's why I'm so crazy about All In Nutritionals. If you guys know me and you've had any conversation with me at all and have been a part of this program, you know I'm a tinfoil hatter. I am a conspiracy theorist. I'm a Maha mom. I am for sure. So I don't put anything like crazy gross, except for my coffee mate. Except for that, like Samia came over and she's like, Chelsea, because she knows how insane I am. And she like saw in my fridge, she's like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought. It was like
Nothing,
I had like
nothing compares. Nothing tastes the same though. I'm with you on that one.
I know. It was like, oh my god.
Amy, All In Nutritionals has a multivitamin powder for kids. It's blue. I got it for my grandson. He's 2. Gave him a little bluey clear cup, and the product is blue, naturally blue, and they think it's the best.
Okay.
So that is also something that's very good for his stomach. But what Chelsea is talking about too, a lot of their products are probiotics and very, very good for gut health.
Okay.
I'd be happy to help you with that too.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Because
all of their products are going to be in my store. Yep.
Okay. Oh, amazing. Awesome,
yes.
Tom. All right, I'll reach out to you.
Yes. Wonderful. I would love that.
Their affiliate program is like the best. So I want all of you to sign up to be affiliates for Lino and All In Nutritionals. It's incredible. And then if you have any questions about the products, you can ask me, but you should really ask Tammy and I think Shanna is also from All In Nutritionals as well, which is awesome. But Tammy has an entire store, which I saw, by the way. Tammy, what door are we opening? Do you have your brick-and-mortar store? What's happening? I'm so excited.
I am. I'm excited, and I've cried a lot because, it's just one of those things where you pray about it and God puts things in your lap and you just walk through and you don't really know what's on the other side. So we just got the keys, signed the lease. There's some cosmetic things that we want to do in there, paint and floor. So you guys will be with me every step of the way. I'll show you what's going in there. I do want to have the Lino products in there. I want to have All In Nutritionals has some skincare products too. All of the stuff in there is all natural, very strong natural products. So I'm super excited about it. I'm going in there with some wonderful young ladies who are very strong business owners. One of them is a nail tech, a lash tech, and a little photographer. So we're going to start a self-care movement for moms that, really deserve all of that, all of the beauty products and all of the nutritional products for them and their children. So, and you guys are very inspirational. I love watching all of you grow and fight through it. So thank you for being an inspiration.
You're inspirational. I'm so proud of everybody. That's amazing, Tammy. So you need to let us know how we can support you in getting all of that like off the ground. Tammy's also working on an app. Some really cool things are going to be coming out of Tammy's camp. And I have a feeling she's going to be helping us on abundant health if I can get her.
I want to. There's a lot of you that I can see, a lot of connection. Jody and Amy, I have a special needs great nephew that I would love to connect you with my niece, Erin. She, her husband or her son has Miller-Dierker's disease, and he's not expected to live past the age of 5. She's had him in the hospital 3 times, and they've encouraged her to pretty much pull the plug. And it's been very difficult for her. And I think she would be a strong force in supporting moms who have just had some of those awful decisions placed upon them. But who are fighting through. So I feel like the 3 of you could really have, you've already had a lot of impact, but I think together that could be a very powerful product that you could have. So I could see myself inserting a lot of what you have into the app and into what I have at the store. So I'm very interested. I take a lot of notes every time we get on a call, and I always hate to miss a call.
I love having you here, and that's amazing. So I think that if everybody can drop their emails and you guys can sync up, make sure that happens. I'm going to be dropping all of our links here. The only link that isn't on here is the Lino cosmetic link. So I just want to make sure that happens. Amy, Jody, and Tammy should link up for sure. Okay, isn't Samia's story really cool too? Like I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I've heard it 1,000 times. Okay, Cynthia, I know that you had asked about All In Nutritionals, right? All In Nutritionals is our abundant health partner. It's one of our affiliate programs. We love their products. Tammy and Shanna are All In Nutritionals affiliates as well. You guys how do you guys do your content? You're in their affiliate Facebook group also? How is that going? Do you have any tips for anybody that wants to get involved with All In Nutritionals in their affiliate program? I'm going to drop the link here.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel like they are very good at providing you the materials you need. Their affiliate program has a back end where you can go in and use all of their content. You can create your own link. I originally was, you get 10% off if you use Tammy 10, and you're able to customize it. So now it's Stay True 10. You can manage your whole affiliate information, on their back end. And I feel like they do such a good job in providing information through newsletters, and you can actually cut and paste some of that stuff for your content. Unfortunately, I haven't had the ability to do that right now, trying to get the store done, but they do give you the tools that you need, and I highly recommend it. Another thing that they do is they have a next level course that you can take. It's a little bit more costly, but it's a 10-week course that you keep forever. similar to what Abundant Academy is, but it gives you that next level of education to help educate people on detoxing and fasting, and how to utilize these products to support all of those things. So all of that too will be, a lot of that will be incorporated into the app. My app is, I'm hoping to develop it in a way that it comes, it gives you checklists. So Chelsea, you were talking about, how do I incorporate this in every day? I know my family is also like, there is a lot of pills here. How am I going to do this? And I hear that a lot. So the app is actually, this is day one, and this is how I feel. And these are the things that you do every day. So here's your checklist for every day. But if you're feeling a little off, there's protocols for certain illnesses. And hopefully AI will be involved in this so that it will have all of the information that it needs to be able to give you a feedback, like a bot.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. I have the strategy in with a developer now, but it's going to take a good 6 months for us to get it what we want.
Yeah, but that's going to be awesome when it's there.
Yeah.
And did you use your business bot to establish it that you learned in? Yeah, I think you might have. So just so you guys know, you can be using your business bot. It's not just to create digital products. Like, you can be using what you learn in our coaching program. We're not just digital products. We will teach you how to create any kind of business. And if we don't know, we'll find the people that do, and outsource it and help you, because that's like the whole point. So Tammy's starting an app for health, which is like so incredibly smart. And I've seen kind of where that layout is going, and I've seen her wireframe, and I know that I'll be the first one downloading it. It's almost like if MyFitnessPal had a baby with everything you want to know about being a Maha mom, and like how to take care of your body holistically and all the way around, with like gratitude journals and all of these like entries and everything. Like, it's all encompassing, and it's
it's a mindset. It's a mindset. You have to change your mind, and you have to get your mind ready to do this for the rest of your life. So it's a mindset change.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Can you be my influencer, Chelsea?
I sure can. Absolutely. 1000%. I sure can. Okay. So next up hey, Samia, how do our moms become your affiliate? Because I see like the Lino links, but I don't see like the affiliate. Do they have to apply on Shopify?
I have to send it to them.
Yes. Okay. So anybody that wants it.
I need their email.
Yes.
And all I would do.
So they can email Team Lino.
team@linocosmetics.com.
Team at
Lino Cosmetics.
Make sure I spelled that right. I did not.
You're like, how do you spell cosmetics?
I don't know.
Just sound it out. It's phonetic.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I have ChatGPT for that.
COS.
She did it.
Okay. Email me, and then I'll send you an affiliate invite, and you just like accept it, and it creates a discount code for you. So like Amy, it would be like Amy 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you a link, and you use that link for your story post. Like, save it in your notes, copy paste the link, whatever Shopify generates for you. Put a note for like Lino Cosmetics affiliate in your phone. Save that link, because anytime someone clicks on that link, it automatically puts free shipping and 10% off in the cart for them, and it automatically pays you the 15%. Like, that link tells Shopify this person found you because of Amy. So they don't even have to put a discount code in. Like, it's automatic. They can put Amy 10 in, it's fine, but it's automatic from that link. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are at the 3-minute mark. Have you found value in today's call? Give me a yes. Give me a no. Okay. Okay, good. Christy, I still need to talk to you. Shanna, I still need to talk to you. Kim had her 90-minute with Alexia. Carissa's coming back. Okay. Does anybody have specific questions for me before I wrap that I can help you with, anything that I can troubleshoot for you. Anything at all? Bueller?
I really struggle with silence.
You know.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I am trying to get my prayer journal uploaded to Shopify.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
it doesn't give me, sorry, I got kicked off. So if this is a random question to what we are talking about.
That's okay. We love random questions. Go for it. Your hair's cute too, by the way.
My phone died. I'm using it as a personal hotspot. And so anyway, question, I'm trying to get my journal uploaded and it's not giving me the option to select the file. So is there
File's too big, most likely.
Hey, turn that down, please. Sorry.
Your file is most likely too large.
Okay. So is there another way?
I would flatten the PDF.
Okay.
And if you can't flatten the PDF and that doesn't change it, then I would include it in an email. You can create an automatic email to go out when they check out with that product. And I would include it in an email to deliver it as a Google file.
Can I say something too, Chris? That happened with my journal. And ChatGPT told me about this. Of course, I don't know it and I'll look for it, but there's like a little program and it's free and it just it shrinks it for you.
Oh, zip. You can zip the file. Yeah.
But it wasn't even like zip. It was like, I don't remember, but I will find it.
Well,
and
ask
send it to you.
ChatGPT is the answer before me. You go through the Google link, because the Google link in the Gmail is great and I've done it. It doesn't look as professional.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, that's great. Ask ChatGPT. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that that's what's zipping it. You can always screenshot it and ask ChatGPT and see. And if not, send me a message.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. And then because I got kicked off, I think Amanda was looking for the Lino affiliate, but I can't see it anymore because all of my chat history is gone.
Team at linocosmetics.com. Make sure I spelled cosmetics wrong. I don't think I did it right. I think I spelled it wrong again. I spelled it right before. Let me see. Somebody check my spelling, please.
Right. It's right.
Okay. Shanna had a question about growing Instagram followers and TikTok. So just so you know, Instagram's algorithm is changing. Reels are not having nearly the reach that they used to at all. And it's been coming at us for like 2 or 3 weeks now, a little bit longer. And Amanda and Alexia have both been screaming it from the rooftops and I haven't listened. No, I'm just kidding. But carousels are being pushed, and so are static posts. So for a while, static posts, you could monetize on that easier and they wouldn't get as far of a reach, but if you like put that in your rotation. So what you're going to want to do is create carousels. So what I like to do is if you have like a video started, in my ideal world, it happens every summer with Reels. Thank you, Pamela. If you guys take a look at like what we did for Pamela, where we created like her carousel, we're going to do quite a few more of those because they tend to get way more engagement. The carousels you can create in Canva as well. You can outsource to people on Fiverr, but you can create carousels. And the thing that I like to make sure that I do in order to get a far reach with your carousels is you SEO optimize it and make sure that the text and imagery that you have is within the boundaries of the Instagram thing. You can take a look at Alexia's content as well, and hers are primarily AI generated. So given what ChatGPT has in their new release, and as if you look at Google Flow, you can look at Google Flow TV. You guys should take a look at that because Google VEO3 has a lot of cool AI generated stuff. Sorry, that just is exciting for me. That's an exciting little tidbit. If you ever don't want to create content of your own and you want to go in the AI direction, make sure that you start looking at Google VEO3. I've posted some of that stuff and I'm still not great at it, but It's coming and it's coming fast. Anyways, you can on ChatGPT create your own carousel imagery with the right prompts. You just want to work with it and talk with it. It's an image generator. So if you're like, hey, I don't have time for any of that, just like talk to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want to create a carousel, and it'll create it for you. You have a limit, I think, of like 10 or 12 on a free per month, but it works. And it'll plan out a carousel that has like 3 or 4. You can also put a static post right before a video. Those tend to be doing really well too. And one reason why carousels are doing so well is like, remember, so you'll see the first page and then it'll stay on top of people's feed because it'll go to the second page and then the third page and then the fourth page of the carousel. So it'll keep going to the top of somebody's feed. Are you understanding what I'm saying, Toni? You're looking at me like I'm crazy. No. So there's 5 slides in a carousel, let's say. I'm just throwing that out there. So when you first post it, the algorithm is going to push out slide 1. And then normally if that's just a reel, it'll go to the bottom of somebody's like feed, right? So like your viewer isn't going to see it, but you have 4 more slides. So it'll post it back up to the top. So they see slide 2, and then it'll go down and then it'll post it back up to the top and it'll see slide 3 and then slide 2 and then 4 and then 5, because it'll keep pushing it up because it's technically new content. So that's why it's doing so well, is because you'll see slide 1, 2, 3, or 4. Does that make sense more?
So all 5 slides are still there. It's just as
Thank you.
refresh it, as you bring it back up, it shows you the next slide in order. So you've seen the post already, but you see it again and you just see the next slide. So if you see it and you're like, huh, this doesn't have any context, it's kind of confusing, and then you realize you're in the middle of somebody's carousel reel, that's what happened. You already saw it once or twice, and as it refreshed, it brought the next slide to the one you haven't seen yet. And so it does the same thing for other people. So when they have seen it and they decided to slide through your slides or not, the next time it comes around, they're going to show them the slide they haven't seen yet.
So like Instagram is automatically doing that.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
So Pamela, that's why in your marketing meeting, we're going to tell you, just so you know what's coming, that we want to do more carousels and static posts than reels, because reels we're shifting. So you'll see in our content and any of the content of the people that we manage, we're shifting to carousels. If you notice and pay attention to Amanda and Alexia, we're shifting to carousels. So like pay attention to our mentors and like leaders feeds as well, because we're shifting for a reason. So we always test first to make sure that we're like right with the algorithm and it makes sense. And then we come back and tell you. So if you want to see kind of where the trends are going, you'll see Alexia lean hard into carousels for the last like week and a half. That's all she's been posting. We wanted to see how it performed. She's our guinea pig. Now we're telling you, hey, by the way, this is how it performs. So just so you know, if you are a white glove client, we are going to advise you to go away from reels and into carousels for now. And if you are a student, we are advising you now. And use your business bot and your AI image generator and create your own carousels. Talk to your business bot and say, look, I see the algorithm changing in Instagram. Can you help me create a viral carousel? Amy, you've been doing this, but I think you've been doing a lot of static posts. I would try in your content to make sure that whenever you're doing any kind of quote or any kind of carousel with verbiage on it, run it through ChatGPT and say, I want you to SEO optimize this, or use Apple Power Words. Use those 2 things. Make sure that it's using keywords for your target audience. When you're putting in that prompt, make sure those things are said. So that way you have a further reach, because I didn't know this, but Instagram is reading the text on your carousel. Like it's registering in their algorithm. It's not just the caption or the comments. It's actually the content itself, which I didn't understand that until recently, that a part of why you get pushed out, that could be why it's I'm not getting the reach that like the mentors do, right? Because they understand that. If you SEO optimize and have proper keywords targeted to your target demographic, in your carousels, you'll have a further reach. So take a look at Alexia's most recent like carousels, and you'll start seeing like, oh, she's breaking it down so simple. She says mom in every slide. Oh, she says homemaker in every slide. Ha, ha, ha. This is why. Right? So she breaks it down so that way it registers and it keeps getting pushed out further and further and further. Oh, hi, Jean. I'm sorry, you emailed me. I don't know which email you sent that to. I didn't get it. Let me send you my email. You are locked out of training. Okay. And you bought the launch pad. Okay. Let me see.
Yes, I didn't want to put it on here when you're in the middle of the class today, but I didn't know how to reach anybody else.
Okay. I will get with Alexia and see. And then if you send me, did you send an email to that account?
Let me see. Oh, no, it's a different, I think it was different. Let me just look.
So just send an email to that one, and I'll get with Alexia and see what training we're supposed to be unlocking.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Absolutely. And okay, Tammy Tammy wanted to put her email in here. Okay. Here, Amanda, do you have hands free that can do this? It's really difficult for me to do this. Well, you don't.
I'll do it. What are we doing? What can I do?
Here, I just need that. I just texted you. I just need that email to go in the chat. Okay. Yes, comment with the SEO optimized words as well. Okay. And then did you guys have any other questions subsequent to that?
I had a question.
Yes. Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry I'm driving, so.
That's okay.
My account is about how to teach moms how to structure their day so that they can make room for homeschooling, building, and having a life.
Amazing.
And I wanted to know what exactly should I be talking about in my stories. I'll tell you the idea that I had, and you can tell me what you think about it. I was thinking about having a theme day for Monday through Friday, like one day talk about homeschool, how to structure your day for homeschool, then another day how to structure your day or for business, and then another day about mindset, etc.
So I think that that's lovely. I love your intent and the idea behind your page. I think that that's awesome. I think you should definitely connect with Toni, and you should definitely connect with Amy Luke as well, and collaborate with them, because they do a lot of that also. Amy, I don't know how to say your last name. Screens also, and Carissa as well. You have a lot of moms that are homeschool moms also. I know Amy Luke, I know you're not a homeschool mom, but you do help moms with managing their schedules. So you should connect with all of these moms. Toni and Carissa have actual digital products that teach homeschooling. What you're talking about in your stories, here's my theory, and Amanda's probably going to say absolutely not, that's wrong, because Amanda is our virality expert and Alexia's our virality expert, so they have a better insight. They're going to tell me I'm wrong. I'm going to tell you what I do as a mom and what works for me. I fit my content into my life, right? So like right now I'm trying to keep up with the content that I want to produce, that I'm getting to the point that I have to just offload it and hire it to somebody because I need to like manage working and being with my children. So like I'm having a hard time with that. So to be able to keep with like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, if I talk about X, I talk about Y, no way I was going to be able to do that, because like Abundant Academy, I tried to do that. I tried to do like Mondays and like Healthy Fridays and all of that, because we have so many different things that we talk about in our pillars that I tried, and it got very overwhelming, and I almost got like analysis paralysis, that it just didn't work for my brain. Now, if that's something that works for you, that you know to talk about those specific things and that's how your brain works, do that. But as far as like a viewer, nobody's going to, at this point, I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, but I wouldn't think that somebody's going to remember unless you keep that branding very, very, very strong and consistent and you're on it. People are not going to be coming back specifically on Monday to watch a specific thing from you. They're going to want to binge your content. So whatever is happening in your life at that time is something that you're going to want to post about in stories. That there's a caveat. You want to make sure that when you are posting in your stories, most things sell there. You want to have a link in bio. I hope that you have a digital product. If you do not, you need to get business in a box, and you need to make sure that you create your digital product. Or if you have the budget, I would become a white glove client and we'll do it for you. You need something to sell in your stories, and you need to incorporate that through like your affiliate programs. If they fit with your content naturally, I would do that. But you always want to talk about the thing that you're selling. Now, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm not perfect at that. I was, and then I got like, oh, I need to actually like do other things too. So I understand that it can be very challenging. You can schedule those posts out. But as far as like setting up specific content on specific days, unless that's how your brain's working and you want that to match with your reels and have that whole sequence, that gets to be like tenuous and can be difficult. That I would try, and what's worked best for me in my stories is I talk about what's happening in my day. And then I just remember, if I'm doing a coaching, you'll always see me posting about coaching on Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure. No problem. But that's not me. That's me talking about something that I'm doing that day. So I'm task stacking it, and I'm able to know that I can consistently commit to that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. The reason why I asked that was because I had someone tell me that they want to hear about, I have several people who said they want to hear about my business journey. They want to hear about the structure and the routines that I'm using for everything, my whole life.
So then take them through your day in your stories. So do a morning story, do an afternoon story, and do an evening story, and talk about your time blocks. And then take those stories every day and make them YouTube shorts, and download them and make them into a reel, a day in the life. That's what I would do.
Okay. So I need to show them what I'm doing, or just talk about it?
I would do both. I would do a mix of both, because people are going to want to hear why you're doing it, right? So like you can put your phone down and record yourself doing it, which is great. But people are going to be like, that's cool that you're sitting with your kids at this point. But like, what are you like? Well, you can say it over text. You can explain it when you're doing it, why you're doing what you're doing, what the thought behind it. Like, you're going to have to test it and see what resonates with your audience. Amanda, do you have any better advice on that?
No, yeah, that's a good idea. Both, either voiceovers, like Amy said, yeah, any of those things. Things kind of, you have to, this is what Samia was saying earlier, like you have to show the same thing a bunch of times before people get it, like before they accept it or receive it. And so you can just try it a couple different ways, and anything that you're doing, you can also take and be like, hey, I just created such and such video. I'm talking about to ChatGPT, and just say, I would also like to make an email thread, a post about this, and a carousel. How can I repurpose, turn this all into using the same content into something used multiple different ways, and let it give you a bunch of different ideas. Are you using ChatGPT to come up with content ideas for
Yes.
okay, good deal. That's good.
Yeah, I do use that. And I guess I'm sometimes wonder if I'm breaking my content into different types of content, I wouldn't use that all on the same day. I could like use it on like throughout the week. Is that what I would do?
Yeah, you totally can either way, whichever way makes the most sense for you. And like Chelsea was saying, like if that's what you're doing that day, that makes the most sense to post about that. Like her coaching calls, we all know every Tuesday we're gonna get those stories from her and text messages on the text thread. So people they do kind of get acclimated to what to expect from you and your routine.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, ladies, I hate to do this, but I do have to jump because my boss says so. And that's my boss. No, I'm just kidding.
The hour is up.
We have children that are like running feral. We thought this was a good idea.
We thought it was a good idea.
We thought it was brilliant.
Let's get the kids together.
This is going to be great.
And they're like, Mommy,
nobody's in the bounce house, and none of that is going well.
I'm going to bring my kids over. I'll be over there.
I know. Bring. Amanda has 12 children. I know. Amanda's like, deal with it. Like, oh, seriously? Like, really? Wow. You can't handle that? That's
whatever.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. You have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. As always, email me.
Thank you.
I submitted the affiliate links for you. Keep yourself out there. Keep yourself acclimated. If you have any questions, make sure to send us a chat in the DM. Have a great day.
Okay. And check your email, Chelsea.
Oh, what do I have? Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
And Amanda. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.